Am I the asshole? For refusing to lend my sister money and flaunting my wealth? I grew up with my sister and a single mom who passed when we were in our early 20s. We were dirt poor and every day was a constant struggle. I resolved to work hard at school and try to make something better for myself. We grew up in a coastal town, and since going to the beach was free, I went there often and fell in love with marine life. I decided to become a marine biologist, and it's what I do today. Don't get me wrong, I'm not the highest up in my sector and I certainly don't make millions. But I'm comfortable and have financial security. My husband has a good, steady job in teaching and we've got a couple of kids, so all in all I'm satisfied with my life and think Mom would be proud. However, my sister is becoming a problem for us. In the past she's asked us for money, and I've always gladly helped her out. She works as a hairstylist and definitely isn't in poverty as we were in our childhood. She has a lovely home and a nice husband. But she's became far more entitled over time in asking us for money, and it honestly pisses me off. She asks for considerable amounts of money without telling us what she needs it for. When I ask, she rolls her eyes and mutters something like "it's not like you need it anyway." Another problem is how she acts in my home. She regularly makes passive-aggressive comments about our big empty house and asks how much certain pieces of furniture or ornaments cost. Recently she told me she feels I'm too extravagant with my money, and says I'm flaunting my wealth by having nice things. She said that it makes her jealous and prompts her to ask me for money. Frankly, the way she said it made me feel like she was blaming me, and I got really annoyed. Unsurprisingly, my sister asked for money in the same breath, and I refused. Since then she hasn't said a word to me, but her husband keeps texting to say she's very upset. The extent to which he feels the same way as my sister is unknown to me. Was I right to put my foot down? Have I unknowingly been an R by showing off? Were there other ways I could have stayed on speaking terms with my sister besides giving her money? Not the asshole, it's you and your family's money. What you do with it is really no one else's business. Not your sister's, your wider family's, your friends, no one. Your sister has a lot of resentment going on. Is that maybe something that's carried over from childhood? Was she jealous of you growing up? Might be worth a joint counseling session or two to get to the bottom of it, only if you want to though. At the end of the day, she's TA for the way she's behaving, so not your issue to deal with. Not the asshole, your sister is a taker and you needed to establish boundaries. Info: was your sister's hubby aware of all the times she took money from you? Not the asshole. You are not your sister's bank account. The more you give her, the more she is going to expect it, until you might as well just be paying for her whole life. At least she admitted that it makes her jealous, but that's not your problem. That's her problem. Not the asshole, there's helping family and there's being a sentient ATM. Your sister was making you the second option. Not the asshole, and you aren't flaunting. You just have different priorities on how to use your money. Nice furnishings, yes. Loaning money to someone who negs you regularly, not anymore. No, you are not the asshole. But to yourself if you continue giving to your sister and her husband. Next time she brings up her feelings about your home, decor, or finances, please tell her you worked hard for them, and if she is uncomfortable to see you thrive, maybe she shouldn't see you at all. You owe it to yourself to be better for yourself. Not the asshole. Protecting family is one thing, spoiling it is another. It's largely time for you to put an end to that circle because you feel entitled to your money. Not the asshole. It's a problem when people start to get entitled to your money, even if they're family. Glad you put your foot down. Not the asshole. Your sister has discovered that she doesn't get to be rude to you and then ask you for favors she isn't owed at the same time. Perhaps you need to meet up at your sister's place instead. Not the asshole. People's petty jealousies are not your fault or problem. You are allowed to remove toxic people from your life. Having more than your sibling is not something to be punished. You are not required to lift family members out of poverty. Especially ingrates. Not the asshole. Stop giving your sister money at all, though unless you do start making millions, it may be good to do a review about your spending and realistically assess if you should be cutting back anywhere. The rich usually don't get rich by spending all their money. They get rich usually by inheritance, but then by investing their money rather than spending it. Either way it's your money though, so what you want. Not the asshole. Hard to give freely in a situation where it isn't being appreciated. Seems like she was taking advantage of your generosity all this time. Not the asshole. If anything you are too nice. Not the asshole, and you're the age where I know you've heard actions have consequences. Good or bad. Stop enabling her bad behavior. Not the asshole. It's your money. You can line your house in gold leaf if you want to because it's your money. Your sister can do the same with her money. But she has no right to your money, and can't even be grateful for what you've given her. You keep your money and she can spend her own. And if she continues making snarky remarks, then keep her at arm's length. Natar. There are many benefits to being a marine biologist. Great for you. Your sister is so wrong on so many levels. Her poverty is self-made and it would do her good to have no access to your money. To get her butt up and working on it. If your Bill gets annoyed, ask him why he can't look after his own family. Nevertheless, she does well as you wrote, so it's clearly jealousy. I hope she will overcome it. She hurts only herself. Not the asshole. You are allowed to use your money however you want. Your sister's jealously at you having more than her is not a you problem. It's a her problem. Buying things you want and need, decorating your home the way you want, doesn't mean you're flaunting your wealth. She is jealous, but that doesn't make her right. Your money is not her money. Not the asshole. Not the asshole, she is pissed because her gravy train ran empty. Not the asshole. Time to turn off the tap. Not the asshole. You worked hard to achieve your financial status and your sister's treating you like you're her personal ATM. Not the asshole, and it sounds like your sister has developed a serious sense of entitlement. I'm not sure why you've given her money in the past unless it was a clearly defined emergency, but it's time to stop. She and her husband need to live within their means, not yours. Natar. Her lifestyle choice, employment choice is her problem, not yours. Not the asshole. Your sister thinks about you as her personal gold donkey and tried to make you feel guilty by saying it is your own fault for buying nice things with your money. Don't let them gaslight you. Natar. Not the asshole, it's your money that you worked for. She is not entitled to anything of yours. Not your money, not to dictate what you buy or how you decorate your house. If I were you, she would never get another cent from me and would no longer be welcome in my home. Not the asshole, it's common for the one person from an otherwise impoverished family who managed to gain economic stability to have to cut off all their familial relationships or else send themselves to the poorhouse, constantly giving away money. No, she sounds like the type that if you have her $1 million she would burn through it and ask for more. She's leeching off you 'cause she can. If you stop she will more than likely go try somewhere else and talk shit about you. Sorry. Family can be the worst. Not the asshole, your sister is using you and talking down to you at the same time. You should minimize the contact with her and tell the husband to stop texting you. You do not owe her anything, you don't even have to stay in contact if you don't want to. Don't give her any more money. Not the asshole, and stop giving her money. Not the asshole. Sister's a mooch. Not the asshole. She is ungrateful for your help and envious of your achievements instead of being happy for her big sister. Not the asshole. You don't owe your sister anything.